Hi everyone. Welcome to the third day of our weekly challenge #life changing. This week it's all about mindfulness, and I would really like you to actually go into the deepest of understanding of the meaning of mindfulness and inculcate it. But before we start anything else, let me start one thing. I'm not a scientist, I'm not a doctor, I'm not somebody who has been really into all of those things since a long time. I have no fancy degrees, I'm just logical. I do have a degree, but I'm saying all of this because the first thing a person needs to be is logical. And if you, trust me, if you get into the logics of whatever health is, whatever makes sense to you in terms of health and wellness and care and all of those things, whatever I'm going to share is going to make sense. And really just sit back, relax, take a deep breath, and study each and every angle on terms of being logical. Is it making sense, guys? Let's just take a quick example of supplementing yourself with overloaded of chemicals and unnatural artificial things. Does that make sense? Like, is it logical? Like, in the nature around us, have you ever seen an elephant actually going to a protein shake bar and having a protein shake drink before he makes up his masculine strong elephant body? No, right? It's natural. He is elephant, he's an elephant, he is supposed to eat grass, herbs, out in the sunshine, drink lots of water, and that's how he becomes an elephant. He does not need to take protein shakes and do absurd things to get into that masculinity and the beautiful, elegant, magnificent elephant that he is. So that's what I call it as I am logical. So please be logical, be reasonable. You don't have to trust everything I say. You can just simply use your common sense. You can ask me questions. I'm very open to discuss. The thing is that when I started all of these things, I was really very obese, and I started doing the things that the trending things were going on, like you have to have this, then you have to do CrossFit. I love CrossFit, by the way, but I was just in the flow and I was doing everything I could to make things work and lose some weight and get into a good shape, because I wasn't happy with my entire physique and my overall health. I was very lethargic, so I thought maybe losing weight would be a very nice idea to lead my life. But eventually I understood this, that only being conscious, being mindful can actually make a lot of difference to your health, and that's what happened with me. Anyway, cutting to that topic, the only thing is that be logical. And about mindfulness, I would really say that what is mindfulness? It is actually living in the present moment at every second. If you're emotionally not available at the moment in the continuous situations that are happening around you, the only thing that matters is being mindful, living in the present moment, acknowledging, paying your gratitude, loving what you are doing right now is the most mindful practice. Let's It's not just about living in the moment. It's also about, when you are eating, are you eating mindfully, or are you using 2 3 telephones, TV, you're having conversations, your mind is continuously wandering, and it's like struggling with some kind of a thought that you had this morning. Is that how your lunch go? No, that's not how it should be going. So really practicing the habit of mindfulness will totally change the way food behaves inside your body. And not just food, while you're walking, while you're working out. If you're working out and you're totally stressed, your body is having less oxygen levels inside it, and that is going to create a lot of toxicity inside. You have to be free from thoughts, you have to be mindful in the current moment. And I emphasize so much on this because there are so many people who don't take too much care of their health, but they're still fit and fiddle, and they're amazingly superb fit, and they have good long life. The only secret behind all of this is living a happy, mindful life. There are blue zones all over the world. I love that book, actually. If you like it, I would like to share it with you. There are blue zones all over the world. People are living up to the age of 100 plus there, absolutely disease free, no lifestyle diseases, nothing. And it's just not food, obviously there are some common traits that we can find in their plates, regular meals and everyday lifestyle, but one thing they all have in common, which is living mindfully, living happily, living in the present moment, acknowledging everything, and just chill out. So that's really important. आप कितना भी कोशिश कर लो, however hard you try, you can actually literally change the way you think about yourself and the way you feel about yourself also by just living in the mindful moment. You don't have to be too much of a person that you are not to impress, or to just like fill in the blanks, this is peer pressure or whatever, because eternally you are a character, and killing that character, killing that person is not what you really want to do with your life. I was at that situation where I was just trying to be good enough for people to hang out, and so that the society will accept me and I should be the cool chick. But then it didn't work out. Trust me, it didn't work out, and I was like, oh yeah, let it be. I mean, whatever. It's not worth it. So again, so Akansha is saying hi. We have thank you Bhumika for wishing me happy birthday. Hi Nathan. And thank you Karan. Thank you Akansha for wishing me. Yeah, it's my birthday. Thank you guys. Thank you Bijri. Thank you girl from 90s. Okay, so coming back to our topic of mindfulness. Oh, it's my birthday, but I just love doing this, and I started this before this month, and it was like Friday, and yeah, it's my birthday. So Akash is asking how to lose weight. Akash, I have no one to share this with you. You are an expert yourself, and yeah, we would like to have you with us on live. Guys, if you don't know, Akash has lost 18 kgs of his weight, and he's looking dashing as ever, and we would love to have and hear your story as well. Okay, so coming back to mindfulness. Mindfulness is something which you can practice while you're walking, while you're breathing, while you're eating, and also mindful attitude. What happens is, when we do not become conscious, we become totally free, but in a very bad way. We become unconscious, and the mindfulness is completely gone out of the track. Mindfulness walking is when you're walking, you're just supposed to focus on what you're doing, what you're breathing, how's your breath going in, how's your breath going out, how every muscle is going. That actually increases a lot of your focus as well. Some people are multitaskers. They can actually listen to a podcast, and similarly, like parallelly, they can work out as well. But the purpose is to be enjoying, being in the moment of enjoying that workout, and actually wanting to do that for your own betterment, and not just because your trainer is pushing you to do. That's something, it's very very important. Some of you might have known that I'm not a very big fan of gym workouts, because I don't like doing it, and I respect it totally. I like yoga, I like trekking. I prefer doing that because I want to get connected to the nature in different ways. I totally am not against anybody who is working out here, but it's up to your personal choices. Whatever makes you feel comfortable, happy, and best, like you feel like, oh my god, I can just completely go in and do this. That's what the excitement is for. You should be excited to work out. You should be excited to live your life. You should be excited to completely get up in the morning and look forward to what's the next day coming. And that happens by a simple practice of mindfulness. If you're living in the moment, you will be appreciating more. You will be actually looking at the positive things in your life more than the negative things, and it really makes a lot of difference. Sometimes we are in a deep bundle of sorrow, and we're just thinking about, this is bad in my life, this could have been better, this could have been like this, so that I would have been more happier. But trust me, there is no such thing, and it's a phase. Once you achieve it, so I and my very close friend, we were discussing this thing, that her name is Ria, and I think she must be with me during the live. So we were discussing this, and she told me that she is actually a very good fashion blogger, and we were discussing this, that I had some goals, for April, but then it didn't happen in April, and it happened in the other month. So I am not excited about that goal anymore. Even if I achieve it, that is an understatement for me now. So sometimes becoming over ambitious and sticking to things and wanting things can be toxic for your system. So just let it out, vent it out, take your own time, do good deep breathing exercise. It really helps, and should be good like mentally also. And letting go is one of the major key things that a person must practice in everyday life. Holding on to thoughts is very toxic for your system. It is toxic for a relationship also, but it is more toxic for you and your entire system. That brings in lots of negative thought. It completely changes the entire pace of the day. So mindful attitude, mindful thinking, mindful behavior, so important. Be conscious, be happy. We are here just for like what say an approximate of 80 to 90 years. I am assuming the good end of the numbers. But then everything else is gonna go away, and at the end of the day, it's all about the relations you keep, the smiles you were supposed to. I think that's the only thing which matters. And I have few points again to discuss. I have a sweet little red diary on which I write points, and then yeah, of course. So I have one beautiful exercise that we have designed. It's a mindful minutes. We are going to post that after this live. It's going to go straight to my Instagram account. Whenever you feel stuck and you're not settled in your mind, you have to just go to that flow chart, find your area of weakness, and follow the entire flow chart. It's going to reset you in 1 minute. And sometimes all we need is that 1 minute reset. We are in that zone, we're just going in that direction of, oh my god, ye ho gaya ya wo ho gaya. And then you just need a quick reset like this. So make sure that you have that reset tool ready near you. I keep this diary, and whenever I feel distracted, whenever I feel like, oh my god, I'm not going on the right track, I open up the flow chart. I flow my thoughts into that chart, and I'm bang on, I'm reset. I'm completely on the correct benchmark again. So yeah, that's something you can do. And then I've always been a big fan of journal affirmations. Journal affirmation is something which also reminds you of your own goodness. We are sometimes overwhelmed by the competition, by the things that are happening around us, and in that complete scenario, we completely forget that some things are superb in us also. People have admired it, and moreover, we cherish doing those good deeds of whatever we have been doing. So make sure that you have your positive affirmations always around you. It's much needed, especially in the times right now where COVID is going so crazy, and people are losing loved ones, and it's becoming a really difficult situation right now, which we were not expecting. So doing these small bits in your day will really help you. Then is the 7 rounds of 7. I'm a big fan of 7 rounds of 7. It's a breathing technique in which you have to breathe for 7 rounds for 4 times. It's completely meant for digesting your meals and not to make you feel dizzy in the entire day. So if you're somebody who's working from home, you really need to try it once after your lunch. You'll be really sorted. Like, it's really helpful, especially for me, because I wake up at around 6 in the morning, 5:36 in the morning, and during lunch I sometimes feel a little tired, and then I do this breath work. It's really worth doing it. Go check it out on my Instagram. It's also available on my YouTube channel. Then next is something which is super awesome. It's movement. Moving your body can actually change the way you're thinking. So if you're thinking in particular direction and you move your body, that vibration, that aura completely changes around you, and you become this completely new informational piece of thought process. Like, your thoughts will change, and that effort has to be taken from your end. But eventually we would all want to have betterments in our lifestyle, in our success, and whatever future we are pursuing. So make sure that you're not just falling into that trap. You're coming out of it fully empowered, fully resetted and focused, because it's your life. You have to lead it on. Nobody's gonna come and show you the light, show you the way. So just be yourself, be confident, love it. Like, be mindful, and what's in it for you is something which our professors taught us in SP Jain, but it's something which is very, very important, because if you think consciously, if you think as a good person, you're not just thinking for yourself, you're thinking for the entire community, you're thinking for your parents. If you're not mindful in your conversations, you're hurting other person. And being conscious when you're speaking is not a bad thing. You're actually being really systematic and disciplined, and sometimes it's worth their while. Otherwise you eventually hurt somebody, and it leads to somewhere else, and relationships get into the very bad situations. So that's something I would actually want to share this on my birthday. Being mindful, being conscious, living in the present moment, loving it, enjoying it, cherishing it. It will change the way you feel about yourself. It will change the way your life turns. What you are aiming for will always be achieved, and you will reach better heights, beautiful heights. You'll be a better person. And I vouch for all of these things because somebody has motivated me to become that person. And that has really worked well for me. And I feel good, I feel nice. So, sharing this out here on the special eve, thank you so much for all the wishes. I hope you're following all the amazing challenges that we have kept for the past 2 Fridays, and this is the third Friday. Now I'm looking forward to the next Fridays, and I am sure it will make a little bit difference to your schedule, to your mind, to your thought process, and I hope you inculcate it. So keep waking up, keep yourself up to date, be mindful, and enjoy yourself. Thank you so much. Have a nice Friday and a good weekend.